believe so.
Okay.
Welcome, everyone. We're getting all ready for you. Woohoo! So it's going to be very fun.
All right. That down.
Well, I don't.
Right, okay.
Yeah. There's your reason. Okay.
Okay, so after this, check to see if you get that close to side.
I do. Bottom?
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. Hi, everyone.
Hello. Hey, hey, hey. Is that Rex Gordon in the house? It is Rex Gordon in the house.
Welcome, welcome. We figured we'd let you guys come in while we got a little ready. And now we are ready to go. And guess what? It's not pop culture trivia right now. So let me turn that off. Bing. There we go. There we go. All right. It is the middle of the day because we have 2 episodes to record this week.
Yes, we do.
So that will be exciting. So, yeah, later today at 5 p.m. Pacific, we are going to record an AMA, basically a Ask Us Anything session. And we've already gathered some of your questions, and I think that will be a fun recording as well. But right now, we are going to do classic Marvel Star Wars comics! Woo! And thank you, Rex, for joining us.
Thanks to Rex for being so persistent.
Yeah.
Yes.
Amazing. Yay! Din has liked this. Thank you, Din.
All right, so Rex, do you have your copy of A Princess Stands Alone? The original 1979 copy right here.
Cool.
No, you cannot touch it. You know, wear those white gloves. Go put those on, and then you can touch my... No. I had to open it up to find the Marvel Hostess ad.
Uh-huh.
You can still smell that fresh newsprint.
Oh.
Well, thank you, Rex. I'm so happy that you love what we do.
All right, now be prepared to hear a bunch of R2.
Oh, there we go. All right, so as soon as R2 stops beeping,
yeah,
he's on his little hub. When you turn it on, he beeps for about 15 minutes.
Yeah. Oh, Rex has a whole collection. Adam says you can open that comic. Well, I don't know.
I can open it.
R2.
All right,
he won't let me touch it.
R2's beeping. I get this hermetically sealed. It has been for a couple of decades now. Hey, Adam O'Brien from Australia. Glad that you
are joining us.
Here. Look at this. Look at this. Look at. See, smell that newsprint.
You let me get this close? I have lipstick on.
There you go.
Nice. Look, Mickey Mouse.
Where do you see Mickey Mouse?
That's Mighty Mouse.
Mickey Mouse. Wait, I'm so glad that they redid these for Marvel Unlimited.
Well, show them.
Because look how faded those colors are.
Yeah, they really are.
This isn't faded over time. This is just a printing. Guffaw.
Yeah.
Look at these. You know what? We need to do like a standalone episode where we just go ahead and read all of these ads.
Oh, I know. They're so interesting.
They are. You know, we should add that to the collection. Yeah. Yes, Rex, it's in very good condition. Even when I was a kid, at 8 years old, I would always use like needles and like a hot needle set to turn the pages so it doesn't get any fingerprints or grease on them.
You know why it's in such great condition? Because he didn't let me borrow it.
No. No.
I'm really, really bad. Never let me borrow anything.
You'll never get it back in its original condition.
No.
Hey, Chris Alexander.
Yay! Welcome. We're so glad that you've joined us.
Yeah, and with our new system here, we are able to show these sky
Comics.
chatters, the skywalkers,
The Sky Chat. Yes.
the actual panels.
Right. So, like, for instance, bam. There we go. Oh no. Oh. Okay, hold on. Let me fix what is going on. There's two
Justin
chat boxes.
Smith.
That's what's wrong. Two chat boxes.
Justin, is the Jackson figure available yet? I thought
think
it was
it is. It's a pre-ordered now, so I guess we should do that. Can we pre-order it? Is it too late? Is it still available?
I just really wish it looked more like the Marvel Jackson and not like the hardened Jackson.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah, he's got more of a realistic, if you can call it that, a realistic look.
Right.
Instead of that bright green, lime green fur.
Indeed.
Now he's like all mad and looks like he would if he were in the Clone Wars or Rebels.
Oh, I see.
Mm-hmm.
That's, yeah.
But still.
Would you want it, though?
Yes, I would.
Okay, so
because I want it because I want to support this.
Okay, oh, I see.
Vote with your dollars.
Right, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Okay, well, I like that. I think that makes sense.
Okay.
All right, so everyone, are we ready to get into this issue number 30?
We are.
A Princess Stands Alone.
All right. Chris Alexander, do you have your copy ready to go?
Yeah, he's got like all his rooms ready. Oh, look at that. That's so cute.
He's got his rooms ready?
I don't know, but I'm representing Marvel today. Bam.
And because
I love this thing.
It's Marvel.
Yeah.
Oh, did
someone liked us?
Russell Flores.
Oh, yay! Awesome.
Good deal. All right. So, are you guys ready to get into this?
I'm ready. You're ready?
I'm always ready.
Okay, I'm hitting record. All right, making sure. Hold on.
This is an interesting issue. So looking forward to getting into this. Courtney Turkel is here.
Yay!
I think we have an appearance by Courtney Turkel.
Oh,
yeah,
where?
Courtney and Rex make an appearance in our comment sections.
Oh, fantastic. All right, so let's do this, everyone.
Oh, we are recording. Test. Good. All right, here we go. Long ago, in a galaxy far, far away, there exists a state of cosmic civil war. A brave alliance of underground freedom fighters has challenged the tyranny and oppression of the awesome galactic empire. This is their story. And that is how Marvel Comics began every 107 issues of their original Star Wars comic series. Hey, everyone. I am Richard Wolosky, and I want to welcome everyone to Classic Marvel Star Wars Comics. I am here to take you through these classic stories, share memories of reading these comics as a kid, and to get you caught up with these characters and situations that every Star Wars fan must know. Because, as we noted, there are several connections and parallels to the current films, comics, and novels, and we will make note of these connections in tangential Fatum Fast Facts.
Fatum!
There you go. Now, watch out because there is one coming early on that ties in with a very current novel and TV show.
Ooh, exciting.
Mm-hmm. But now, here is my sweetie wife, Sarah, who was only 19 issues away from being born when this issue was released in 1979.
Wow, 19 issues. It's going to take us like 2 years to get through 19 issues. My God.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
We will get there. All right. Well, hey, Skywalkers. Thank you for joining us on this podcast series where we break down each issue of this vintage Star Wars comic series that ran from 1977 to 1986. And I will be reading these comics for the very first time and sharing my 21st century opinions on these comics, as well as my artistic thoughts, as well as the fact that I'm a woman. So.
Yes. And that plays into one panel, which I'm very, very curious to hear your reactions.
Oh, fabulous. All right. Now, in this episode, we will break down issue number 30, A Princess Stands Alone. But first, let's catch everyone up to where we left off this storyline, going back a few issues. Leia had been very anxious while waiting around at the Yavin base. You know, she's a doer, right? She just doesn't want to sit there. Luke is out on missions, and so is Han and Chewie, and she feels like she should be out there too. Against Jan Dodonna's wishes, she takes off on a mission and doesn't tell anyone, even the readers. Until now.
Well, even then.
Well, that's true.
Yeah. Read this one more time.
But first, let's catch everyone up with where we left off in the storyline, going back a few issues.
All right, now, in this issue, Princess Leia travels to Metalorn on a mission to spread the message of hope to its residents. Now, Metalorn, this is a factory planet, an imperial factory planet, which has been But now, in this issue, Princess Leia travels to the planet of Metalorn on a mission to spread the message of hope to its residents.
Spoiler.
Yeah, really. Metalorn, this is a factory planet which has been completely controlled by the Empire under the direction of Governor Corwith, who keeps the existence of the rebellion a secret from the citizens and workers. Now, Leia manages to evade Imperial troops long enough to contact her former Alderaanian instructor, Orn Harada. Didn't I have one of those at Sharky's? You get your burrito and a horchata. Oh, that's something else. All right, so once again, Leia sneaks into this base. All right, and she contacts her Alderaanian teacher in order to have him spread the word that the rebellion is alive and actively opposing the Empire's tyranny.
You said the rebellions.
Oh. In order to have him... one more time. Now, Leia manages to... Now, Leia manages to break into this Imperial foundry, and she's able to evade Imperial stormtroopers long enough to contact her former Alderaanian instructor, Arn Horada, in order to have him spread the word that the rebellion is alive and actively opposing the Empire's tyranny. And she is quickly confronted by Baron Tagg before she is able to establish any details to Arn, but escapes with the help of a new friend.
Who's the new friend? I guess we'll find out.
Oh, yes. I want to give you so much right now.
All right, so A Princess Stands Alone was released September 25th, 1979, written by Archie Goodwin. The artwork is by Carmine Infantino, Jean Day, and Petra Goldberg, and the cover art is by Carmine Infantino and Bob Wyachek. The editors are Jim Shooter and Archie Goodwin.
All right, now let's go over this cover.
Okay, here we are.
Now, on this cover, we see Princess Leia. You know what? This is 1979, so she was called Princess Leia.
Oh.
Yeah, we didn't hear Leia until The Empire Strikes Back. So I'm gonna try to stick with the Princess Leia name.
I know
and enunciation.
I know she's called Leia in a couple places in A New Hope, but was it always Leia in A New Hope?
Always.
Okay.
I think C-3PO established that when they snuck aboard the Death Star.
Oh. Okay, because I saw him out of order, so I always knew it was Leia. So when they said Leia in A New Hope, I'm like, no, you're wrong.
Yeah, so I'm going to try to stay with the enunciation of Princess Leia, okay?
Well, I make no promises.
Okay. Me neither. Now, here we have Princess Leia. She's running from stormtroopers in this Imperial facility. However, she may not get too far because another trooper is hiding around the next corner. And the narration on the cover reads, "Trapped in an Imperial stronghold, a princess stands alone."
Oh. Now, if you happen to be listening to this as a podcast, if you'd like, you can head to either our YouTube channel or our Twitch channel and watch this video where we're going to have all of the pages and the cover as, you can view it as you're listening to us. So it's a good way to do it.
Now, Rex Gordon in the Sky Chat over here, he says, what do they call her on the holiday special? And I don't think she was called by name in the holiday special.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, she wasn't. Mala had reached out to her.
Okay.
And maybe Mala had said Leia. I don't know. My Shriwalk is very rusty.
Yeah, I was gonna say she wouldn't pronounce it the same way.
Yeah, but I'm gonna guess in 1978 for the holiday special, she would have pronounced it Leia. Because see, 3PO was with her, so 3PO would have said, Mala, what are you talking about, Leia? Her name is Princess Leia. Okay, is this all settled now?
I think so.
Okay, good.
All right. Now we want your thoughts on this cover, Richard.
Oh, my thoughts on this cover. I love this cover. I love this cover now. I loved it as a kid. There's lots of intrigue. We get to see an issue devoted to Princess Leia, which we haven't seen yet.
Right.
The composition is fantastic. It's drawn from a low angle. There's horror movie lighting with raised shadows coming off the stormtrooper there, and there's nice fiery red smoke in the foreground. This cover just has everything going for it, and it looks like Leia is wearing Padme's outfit from Attack of the Clones, her Geonosian Arena outfit.
Okay.
All right, now, Sarah, what are your thoughts on this cover?
Okay, I'm gonna say my thoughts, but as we're talking, anyone who's watching right now, feel free to give us your comments on this cover as well. All right, so the first thing I noticed with this cover is Leia's in a stormtrooper outfit, and that kind of is what it looks like to me because she's all in white. She's got almost like a stormtrooper-like belt and and a sidearm pocket.
Mm-hmm. A holster.
Yeah, thank you. A holster. And she's very muscly in her arms, so it looks like, the stormtrooper armor. And so it does look cool, and it hooked me. So she brings me right in. And also, I can't be sure, but I don't think we've ever had as detailed a hallway as she is running in, like on a cover. So there are pink and orange disco lights on the ceiling. There's a yellow grate behind her, and there's also stairs, which we don't see very often in corridors of the Imperial corridors. And the word princess really stands out to me too. So between Leia and a princess alone, like that draws me in. And so now I'm anticipating a story that's all about Princess Leia, and I am here for it. So
I'd feel much better if you called her Princess Leia.
Not gonna happen. All right. So one thing I would change though is right now Leia and this sentry stormtrooper that's waiting around the corner, they're about the same size, and the stormtrooper's almost, bigger than her. So I would change the perspective and maybe get rid of that stormtrooper and make Leia and the hallway she's running out of really fill the frame of the cover to make her like the central bam figure.
I'm not gonna say that you're wrong, but you want to remove this hidden stormtrooper, this trooper who's hiding around the corner?
Yeah.
Then you remove all the intrigue. Like right now, it's like, oh no, she's running into a trap.
Okay, see,
that draws you in.
For me, I did not see that he was like hiding around a corner. I don't know. To me, he looks like he's standing like right in the hallway there. She's gonna run into him. But I do like all the colors that they chose to fill the hallway with, so that way Leia in her white just really stands out, and the stormtroopers too. And they do this throughout the comic, and it's very effective.
Now, Chris Alexander in the Sky Chat is asking, is this the first time we've seen Leia out of her white dress that we see in Star Wars? I think so. They try to keep all the characters in their Star Wars costumes so kids can point them out and go, oh, what? There's Luke, and the guy wearing the black vest and the white shirt, that's Han Solo.
Right.
If they start mixing up the outfits, it might get confusing to some of the kids because some of the likenesses, as we've gone over, are not likenesses.
No, and if they had Leia in that whole cap thing that they have it later in the comic here on the cover, then you wouldn't recognize her at all.
Yeah. Well, Leia is a whole different example because her hair buns give her away, so I think it's safe to put her in something like this Padme outfit.
Right.
All right, now we put up this cover on our Facebook group, and we had all the Skywalkers chime in, and boy, Skywalkers, you surely did chime in on this one. So let's go
Yes.
over some of these comments. All right.
Okay, so Courtney Turkel says, very pretty cover. I like the color palette. Looks like Leia is in for an adventure. Nice.
Mm-hmm. Oh, she sure is.
Okay, so Amanda, do you want me to go on? Or, okay. So Amanda Bakken says, am I supposed to know what the orange blob is? And she's referring to that smoke that's coming up in the middle of the cover.
I like that smoke.
Is it supposed to be smoke? Toxic fumes? Is Leia going to be safe running towards it? Also, the circles on the ceiling remind me of a board game or Twister. It does kind of look like that.
Yeah, you get the circles above, you have the rectangles, you have the triangles over here. Yeah, geometrically, this is just a fantastic cover.
Yeah.
All right, now our friend Rex Gordon, who's here in the Sky Chat, he says, my concern would be that OSHA should be inspecting these Imperial strongholds more closely because of all the orange smoke everywhere.
Yes.
And Leah got that Madonna pointy bra thing going on too.
Yes, she
Yeah,
does.
she does.
Later in the comic, yep. Also, Rex is in the Sky Chat right now, and he says, I forgot to say that this cover is also similar to the Bespin chamber with the smoke and the weird steps.
Mm.
So, you think they had an early production shot in 1979? Interesting.
Yeah, I don't think they had this was playing off of the carbon freezing chamber. They were just going off of where the stairs, they come right into the center of the frame, right to where that orange smoke is that leads up to the stormtroopers. I think that was going more on a compositional thing.
Okay.
And the steps are more closely tied to the Brady Bunch.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Now, Matt Schott, he says Star Wars meets THX 1138, and he couldn't be more correct on that. If I recall correctly, this issue is an homage to that. Yeah, I could say that. We'll get into that in just a bit.
Okay. Let's see. Eric Unkenhout says that Stormtrooper's helmet looks awfully stubby.
Yeah, they can't draw Wookiees in this series, and they can't draw Mark Hamill or Harrison Ford or Carrie
Leia?
Fisher
Yeah.
or Stormtrooper helmets because they do look very, very stubby.
Well, and the fact that this is shot from a low angle too, it would be stubby to begin with, because if you think, with the low angle, everything kind of shrinks down your perspective.
Oh, but just wait until we get into the issue.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, Reynold Gobet, he says, looks like Leia's leaving a funky disco party in a hurry. Look at those orange and pink lights.
That's what I said, Reynold. Yay! All right, Jennifer Cole says that Stormtrooper hiding around the corner, his shadow looks an awful lot like Maximus, did I get that right? From the Black Hole.
Now that she says that, yeah, that big robot from the movie, from Disney's The Black Hole.
I've never seen it.
I've never seen it either.
How do you know what Maximus is then?
Because I know of the robot.
Okay.
I know the robot and the movie poster. Other than that, and the fact that it stars Norman Bates.
Oh.
Other than that, I know nothing more about the Black Hole.
Okay.
Other than Disneyland was going to start up a black hole ride, and then they said, what about a Star Wars ride with Star Tours?
Yeah.
See, my knowledge on the black hole is very limited.
Yes.
All right, let's read one more, okay?
Okay.
Scott Bowman says, Leia looks awesome here. I still own this issue, and it's pretty fun. I love that the Imperial base on this cover is vaguely reminiscent of Star Wars Lego, even though those were not yet thought of when this cover debuted.
Oh, okay. Like all the geometric shapes, I think he's referring to.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All right, great.
All right, now, Sarah, let's get into the actual story, okay?
Yes.
So, give us your initial thoughts on A Princess Stands Alone.
Okay, so unlike several comics before this one was like a single story all the way through. You mostly followed Leia, and then of course the big bad's trying to chase her, but you're not jumping around between characters like we did on the wheel, like where you're jumping around between like 6 other characters. It was simple, it was good, and it even had a really nice message to it. Because the message of hope was so simple, they had time to show that in different ways. So, they show that Leia, with her actions, was able to share that message. And very literally with a young girl who was planting seeds of hope. So I just thought that was really cool. Very on the nose, but really cool. I mean, like, if you're gonna have a comic that's for kids, like, you need to make things simple, and I think this one would really get through to you.
Yeah, I think that would be a better title for this issue.
Seeds of Hope?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. A Princess Alone.
Well, Princess, though, drew me in.
Okay.
So, like, for me. So, I don't know if they were trying to attract more little girls to the comic series, but that helped me.
Okay, you know what? That's a very good point. I was thinking about going back in time and telling Archie Goodwin I have a better title, but you know what? I'm not going to do that anymore.
Oh, okay,
Not
good.
going to do it.
Nice.
Now, for me, I thought this was a great story of how Leia gets the job done while the Imperial bureaucrats spend time arguing with each other. She has a mission and she is going to go full force on that. And the story has a great twist, which I'm not sure is intentional. And that has to do with why Princess Leia is on this mission to this Imperial foundry. And I really hope they follow through in the following issue with Leia's mission to start Rebel and Resistance cells.
Okay.
So spoiler alert, that's why she's there.
Right.
All right. So I really hope they don't just let this hang, that they come back to it. And I haven't gone over these issues in almost 40 years, so
yeah.
I don't recall.
Okay, I was gonna say, like, don't get your hopes up, because they don't tend to follow through very well.
No, which is why I'm saying they set up a fantastic thread here, which I really want to see developed.
Okay, so I have a question for you.
Okay.
So this comes out September of '79.
Mm-hmm.
May of 1980 is Empire Strikes Back release. Do they go to an Empire Strikes Back storyline at that point in the comics?
That is a fantastic question.
Okay. Anybody know?
I know.
Oh.
No.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah, the Empire Strikes Back adaptation begins with issue 39, and it just starts. There's nothing leading up to that. It just starts.
Okay.
Which, as a kid, I thought, am I missing an issue? What's going on here?
Do they, like, just stop a storyline and then start the Empire one?
That I don't remember.
Okay. And yeah, Chris is also agreeing with you in the Sky Chat.
Yeah, I don't know why. If they're gonna do that, why not just have this as a separate offshoot adaptation? Right. Why put it right in the middle of a storyline if you're not continuing the storyline?
Okay.
All right. Now, one more thing. I do like the thought process from Baron Tagg in this issue about how he knew the rebel spy was Leia.
Oh, okay.
Okay, sure enough, wasn't me. I wasn't the rebel spy. In fact, Tagg even says that. I know it's not Richard. He's never the rebel spy.
No.
It must be Leia. And how he gets to that is some really great writing.
Oh, okay, cool.
All right.
So before we do that, we need a short break because I need some water.
Okay.
Do you want a drink?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
All right. Then when you get back, press the record button because you haven't recorded any of this. I love doing that to her. I do very much. Yeah, I would say this cover goes in my top 10. I should start keeping track of this because I always say that. All right. See, Chris Alexander says the same thing, that he thinks that title is even better. Sowing the seeds of a new hope alone. Oh, he says a princess sows seeds of hope alone.
That's nice.
All right, so now let's get into the story of A Princess Alone. Now, we open with Princess Leia's shuttle, and it's speeding towards a planet with lots of...
I'm sorry.
All right, now, we open with Princess Leia's shuttle cruiser, and it's speeding towards a planet with lots of steam vents, or it's a bunch of factories that are so much polluting the environment.
Yes, that's what I got from this. It looked like a bunch of factories polluting the environment so much that all the pollution is, like, venting into space. Wow.
Yeah, it looks like something we had seen in Attack of the Clones too, and that's how Padme knew where the underground base was because she saw all the steam vents.
Oh.
Yeah, so this is more. I saw it more as steam than pollution because pollution would have been like murky gray.
Okay.
All right, now we have a Fatum fast fact. This
Whoa.
early on, and this is all about this planet Metallorn. Now, Metallorn is an industrial planet located in the galaxy's mid-rim. It's a vital techno-union world, and it's aligned with the Confederacy of Independent Systems during the Clone Wars. All right,
Okay.
now, Wat Tambor began his career in technology on Metallorn, going on to become a foreman of the Techno Union. So, does any of this sound familiar?
Well, is this in a Clone Wars episode, I'm guessing?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. At an early age, Wat Tambor, we recall who Wat Tambor is, right?
Remind me.
He's part of the banking clan. He's the one who encased in that big metal chamber, and
Right.
he's got to adjust his dials to find the
Yes.
right frequency.
He was in some of the Bad Batch.
Yes. Oh, very much
arc.
so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, at an early age, Wat Tambor left his homeworld Skako Minor, which we saw in the Clone Wars 7th season,
Right.
to begin his career in technology.
Hmm.
Now, once again, this was all developed in the Clone Wars.
Okay.
All right, because we had visited Skako Minor, they never said Metallorn, which I would have freaked out if they had.
Okay. Okay, so it's not the same as Skako Minor.
No. Skako Minor is a planet that Wat Tambor comes from,
Right.
and he went to Metallorn to develop his career in technology.
Got it. Okay. And Metallorn was also mentioned in the novel Victory's Price, which was part of the Alphabet Squadron series.
I'm loving that they're picking
I know.
picking from the classic Marvel series.
Yeah, they're
I'm-
using all of these things.
Yeah, I'm loving it. Now, inside Leia's shuttle. Okay, you know what? I'll just say Leia because I'm not sure
yeah.
I can keep up with Leia.
Yeah, you gotta say that. Okay.
All right, now, inside of Leia's shuttle, the captain says that as long as their clearances to land don't get checked too closely, well, they should be fine. Now, we cut to, I really don't know. I don't know who this is. I'm guessing it's Princess Leia, but it doesn't appear that the artists have any idea of what Leia looks like.
That would be this panel in the middle where she has her hands on her hip.
Mm-hmm.
It's a woman.
Yeah,
with,
check.
Yeah, it's a very okay.
Very voluptuous figure.
Yeah, so let's explain. So I'm gonna go back and explain this whole comic cover because when you open up a comic book, you get a splash page, right? And that's kind of establishing the world, and then you turn the page, and it's usually a bunch of comic panels on each page. Well, in this comic, it continues with a splash page, and you see a 2-page spread, and we see 4 panels across the top, and then one giant panel at the bottom taking up about 2/3 of those 2 pages. So, but unfortunately, I can't really concentrate on any of it except one of the smaller panels, which contains this very curvaceous woman, but she has like linebacker shoulders. She's all in white with a very wide belt that's nipping her waist in, and she's wearing what looks like an old-fashioned airplane helmet with goggles, right? Like one of those old-fashioned ones that cover your whole head, but it's all white. Every part of her outfit is white, and the face is that of a woman with very wide lips, very high cheekbones, and extremely arched eyebrows, like they love to do in these comics. And she's saying, "Don't you think I can pass as part of the local labor force?" with her hands on her hips and like, bam.
Now, do you think she's saying that with that kind of attitude?
Well,
that kind of sultry attitude?
Well, when she's placed like she is,
okay,
with her one hand almost behind her head and the other on her hip, like, and yeah, and her legs, crossed like in that posy pose. Yeah, that's how I imagine her saying that. Wow. So if you look at the bottom panel though, you notice that the local labor force, both the men and the women, apparently all wear this white outfit that really leaves nothing to the imagination. And the whole workforce is in very, very good shape because all of these artists at Marvel, they studied obviously musculature and all that stuff because all the superheroes have muscles right where they should be.
Mm-hmm. Now, Leia says that she's able to bring something to Metal Lorne that an ordinary spy couldn't. And the captain replies, "One thing's for sure, Your Highness. Whatever you're bringing, odds are these poor folks don't have it." But not according to your description, because apparently they all are very, very muscular and in very, very good shape. But then again, the captain hasn't landed there, so he hasn't seen them.
Right. Well, they're all working, so you assume that they're working, what is it called? Manual labor all day. Although if they're working in a factory that's like spewing garbage and stuff, you'd think they wouldn't want white outfits.
Or maybe this will answer your question, because the narration here reads, "The surface of Metal Lorne is chaos.
Yes.
Shifting gray ash, barren rock, great fiery pits of molten slag, but below the surface is order, clean, gleaming metal, filtered air, and the disciplined hand of the Empire."
Oh, okay. I kind of missed that narration.
Yeah,
well,
so there's no dirt here whatsoever. So these white outfits are going to stay white.
All right.
Yeah.
And they're all lined up on a moving slideway, like they were pieces of machinery on a conveyor belt.
Yeah, very much like THX 1138.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, one woman breaks the line to get her young daughter Tammy, who is planting some seeds in the dirt. And her mom tries to explain that this is a factory planet where nothing grows. And suddenly, they are approached by a stormtrooper who tells her that this is not an approved visitation period, and he sends Tammy and her mom back to their places and kicks the seeds out of the dirt. Ugh. I'm surprised there's any dirt here whatsoever.
Yeah, and it looks like it was kept there for a reason, because
it's aligning this one little pyramid.
Right. It's on the pyramid, and plus there's a border to it too. The border to the
it's
dirt
like a moat
patch.
of dirt.
Yes, that's interesting.
All right, now meanwhile, inside of one of the highest of the underground city's monolithic towers, Baron Tag is being welcomed by Governor Corwith.
Okay, here we go. There we are.
All right, let's go back a page.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because this is this.
Okay. All right, now, unfortunately, there is no Fatum fast fact for Governor Corwith. So if you like him, enjoy him now, because it's all you get. Now, Tag is telling Corwith that he is there for penance, because due to the failure of the Tag project, and this was the project seen in Siege of Yavin and Doom Mission from issues 25 and 26, and that project was the Imperial base that was hidden inside of a gas cyclone that Luke Skywalker had destroyed. Well, that plan of Tag's didn't go too well, and now the Emperor is forcing Tag to personally check all of the remaining Tag family projects.
Wow.
Now, the governor tells the Baron that there are no rebels anywhere to be found near this place, and Tag tells Corwith that his scanning system can detect any unauthorized explosives brought in, but that doesn't preclude unarmed spies from slipping in.
What's gonna happen?
I don't know, but perfect timing for Tag's visit.
Right. I'm gonna try to move this.
There we go.
Okay.
All right, so he's pretty much wants to poke holes in Corwith's system. Because it actually his system. All right, hold on, everybody. All right, got it?
Yeah.
Perfect. All right, where were we?
Sorry, I had to redo that.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
This expositional speech?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Oh, is that mine? Okay.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Okay. So then Tag and the governor, they get into this expositional speech that will really foretell, I'm guessing, exactly what Leia will do. So he says, to do any real damage, they'd have to steal a stormtrooper's weapons. Difficult at best.
Oh, spoiler! Come on.
Spoiler for the next panel, because just then a controller at a big bank of monitors and machinery tells Corwith that the
pulse beat sensors indicate monitored weapons no longer in authorized hands.
Uh-oh.
That's some Big Brother stuff there.
How do they even... Yeah, like...
So I guess these blasters are censored.
Yeah.
And connected to its owner.
Fingerprints or something?
Fingerprints.
Who knows?
So when that blaster is taken out of the stormtrooper's hands, a sensor goes off.
Right.
Okay.
All right.
Sure.
That sounds good.
All right. Just then, a security officer reports in and tells them that a trooper was attacked by a woman who used adhesive spray to clog the ventilation system of the trooper's armor.
So what does this mean? Did she, like, kill the guy?
No, she just used some kind of a spray.
Okay.
All right, and that clogged his ventilation system, so maybe he passed out. It doesn't really say what happened to the trooper. Now, okay, check this out here. Speaking of troopers, look at this trooper in the foreground. It looks like he's smiling into the camera, trying to get screen time.
Now, which one are you talking about?
So he can tell all of his friends he was in a Star Wars comic.
This
He's right
guy?
there. He's smiling, looking, hey everyone, look at me. I'm in a Star Wars comic.
So the top left
top panel.
corner, yeah. Okay.
Right. All right, now, and he's got a pretty squashed looking helmet.
Mm-hmm. He does.
Now, Governor Corwith says to Tag, the rebels are insidious. All right, now, shouldn't that be the Empire is insidious?
Oh, like Sidious?
Yeah.
Oh,
Just
nice.
then does Palpatine or the Emperor go, no, I don't know who that is. I don't know who you're talking about. Now, the controller reports that the woman is moving to the sub-levels and they are losing her signal.
Okay, so this is where I'm a little surprised that this comic didn't go the route of everyone thinking that a man was infiltrating, only to realize it's a woman later when Leia takes them all by surprise. Like, I would figure she'd try to use that to her advantage. But apparently right away they knew it was a woman. So, no surprises there.
All right, well, you know what? Tag's pretty smart.
Yeah.
And we're going to understand why in just a little bit. So, good question, but a question that has to be put on pause.
Fine.
All right. So, there you go. Now, Chris Alexander says in the Sky Chat, that trooper has my vote for the worst drawn trooper in the entire Marvel comic run.
Wow.
He's not even hiding the fact that he's looking right into the camera, let's say.
No.
Hey, everyone. Hey, look at me.
Rex Gordon is saying it's like Boba Fett's armor encoded to your DNA.
Oh.
So, like, how the armor must be encoded, and then the armor is touching the guns.
Right.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay. You know what? Another point for the Marvel writers for thinking that up.
Absolutely.
All right, now, as Leia is sneaking around in the sub-levels, she is seen by a trooper, and before he realizes that she is holding an unauthorized blaster, she blasts him with a...
Bateau!
And that blast hits him so hard, his armor just shatters.
Yikes.
And the troopers are now onto her and start firing back. And she fires back with a...
Badoom! Badoom!
And you know, it's very powerful because of that Batum sound effects.
I love it.
Mm-hmm. Now, looks like Leia is blasting, and she's not even aiming to where she's blasting. The gun's just going off. Now, Leia then leaps off the ledge into an ore conveyor belt that will take her out of the chamber.
Oh, look at that. Look at this page.
Yeah. Now, what is she jumping into? And I hope it's really soft, or she's going to have a very broken back.
Yeah, it's a purple substance, and I don't know what that could be. Ore? I mean, what did they say?
They didn't say anything.
Okay.
It's an ore conveyor belt, so it must be ore.
Okay.
But isn't ore metal?
Yeah, it is. So who knows? But I just love how colorful this place is, or how colorful they've made it in the comics.
Uh-huh.
Because as I said before, it really helps Leia in her white stand out. The stormtroopers are in white, and we have her jumping into this kind of lilac purple ore. There's some aqua walls, there's some orange walls, there's some light pink walls, and all of the blaster fire is this like deep orange or red, and it's just beautiful. It's luscious.
Chris Alexander in the chat is saying it reminds me of the goo in all the Dr. Seuss books. And Rex Gordon says she's like Uncle Scrooge diving into metal coins. It's okay. I never understood that easy. I never understood that either.
Oh my gosh, it does look like the Dr. Seuss like stuff.
All right, now moving on here. This next panel makes me very nervous.
Okay.
Because the controllers are wearing headsets that look like they're about to fall off their heads at the slightest movement. And you know how nervous I get when I see things on people's heads?
Oh,
it's like, why doesn't that fall off? Like Wanda Maximoff's Scarlet Witch crown, how does that not fall off her head?
Wow, you
in the Halloween episode, or Urko's helmet in Planet of the Apes?
You really pay attention to the pictures in these comics.
Very, very much so.
I didn't notice that at all.
And when things are balanced on someone's head and they don't fall off, it just makes me very nervous because I know that at any moment it's going to fall right off their head. The things that make me nervous.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Now, the controllers, they want to shut down the conveyor belt. But Corwith freaks out on them and tells them no, since that would be doing the Alliance's work for them. Now, they're thinking, the Imperials are thinking that Leia is there to shut down this foundry, this Imperial foundry. And that's what we're led to believe.
Mm-hmm.
This is where things start to get a little shaky because I don't really know why she's there at this point.
Well, yeah, she jumps into the ore, and then that conveyor is taking her somewhere. So we assume
that she's there to shut down this Imperial plant, and that might be on the plan B.
Right.
But there's a plan A that's coming up in just a couple of minutes here. Okay.
Yes, but Tag is nowhere to be found in these scenes. He takes off, and that mystifies Corwith, since he never figured Tag to be someone who shies away at trouble. So he says in some foreshadowing dialogue, perhaps that was before his run-in with Darth Vader.
Mm-hmm. And then Archie Goodwin, he replies in a little asterisked corner of the panel.
Yep.
He says, "A tale yet to be chronicled."
Ooh, yeah, right over there.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So we know that Tag, he has to wear these cyber goggles because he was slashed in the face by Darth Vader's lightsaber. But we haven't seen that yet.
Yes.
So some foreshadowing there.
Yeah.
I like that. All right, now I think it's time for a commercial break.
All right.
Now, this Marvel Hostess ad crossover is titled Spider-Man Meets Jujitsu. Now, this Marvel Hostess ad crossover is titled Spider-Man Meets Jujitsu.
Nice. I love that name.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this ad. It's so cute.
Yeah, it is. Now, we're going to do our best to bring this ad to life. I will play Spider-Man. And Sarah, you take on the part of Jujitsu, and you read the narration.
Awesome. Okay.
All right. Here we go. Set the tone. Set the mood. Set the panel.
Spider-Man is walking through the woods carrying a brown paper bag and runs across a woman wearing a jujitsu outfit.
Spider-Man says, "How do I get into these things? I go out to the deli and look what I run into. Jujitsu."
Jujitsu, gorgeous, but evil expert in karate, kung fu, and other martial arts. She leaps and kicks Spider-Man in the stomach.
Oh, it'd be easier running into a bus. I'm being clobbered.
June then does a front kick and hits Spidey in the head.
If I could just keep her hands busy, I could take care of her feet before they take care of me. Hey, wait!
Spider-Man reaches inside his brown paper bag and throws a couple of packs of Twinkies to June.
Catch these, Junie.
Another trick, webhead! She turns away from Spider-Man to enjoy her delicious Hostess snacks. She doesn't notice that Spider-Man is slinging a web at her. Twinkies cakes, my favorite. Delicious golden sponge cakes, fluffy creamed filling. I'll finish these, then I'll finish off Spider-Man. In the next panel, we see June has been captured in a web hammock and is hanging by a tree.
Thanks to Hostess, June won't be busting out all over for quite a while. Thanks to Hostess, June won't be busting out all over for quite a while.
Thanks for the delicious Twinkies cakes, Webhead, but we'll meet again. Spider-Man then breaks the fourth wall and looks right at the reader and says,
I have a feeling that's not a threat, but a promise. The end.
oh.
So what do you think, Skywalker? Did we bring that one to life?
I think so. And what did we learn?
To get out of a bad situation, like being bullied here, just share your snacks, and when the bully is turned away, just unleash any superhero weaponry on them. That'll take care of them.
That, and also, just make sure you carry some Twinkies with you at all times.
In a brown paper bag, and don't walk alone in the woods during midday.
Nice. Very good lessons.
Okay, there you go. All right, now I want a Twinkie.
I don't.
I don't want a Twinkie. I want a delicious Hostess Twinkie fruit cream-filled snack.
Oh, I want a Hostess cupcake.
See, you can't just ever say what it is. You gotta describe it. I want a cream-filled Hostess sponge cake Twinkie. Or a cream-filled frosted cupcake.
Yes. Courtney Turkel says, Twinkies save the day.
Oh, they sure do.
Oh my gosh. All right.
And then someone in the Sky Chat wants to bring Junjitsu. Oh, that's a comment here about bringing Junjitsu to Disney Plus.
Oh, coming soon to Disney Plus. Pierre Kelly.
Oh, hey Pierre. Hey Kevin.
Yay! Thank you for liking.
All right, now back to our story. And we cut to stormtroopers who are searching all over for Leia, all over this Smelting Bay 5. Then the commander in charge yells, "Fire!" And all the troops fire into the conveyor car, which she hopped into earlier. However, Leia is not there. And now, what are these shields over the blaster's muzzle? These tented pieces of metal over the blaster's muzzle. I'm sure they got this design somewhere.
Okay.
But even as a kid, that made me nervous.
Even as a woman in her 40s, I really didn't notice.
Oh, believe me, I noticed things that are falling off people's heads and muzzles, and canted pieces of metal shielding a muzzle.
I don't notice ships or weapons.
I'm not going to sleep tonight. I'm really not.
Unless it's Mjolnir. Okay.
All right, now, Corwith hits a breaking point and screams, "Find that rebel witch!"
Yes!
Explain this one. How is she a witch?
I don't know, but I think it's awesome. We'll talk about this later, but yeah.
Okay, all right. She hasn't performed magic. There's no spells.
No.
I think that's one of those derogatory names you call.
Oh, yeah.
You call someone.
Well, as we learned with WandaVision, there will always be pitchforks for women like us, kind of a thing. So he's got his pitchfork out, and he's just angry. So he's just grasping at straws here. I think that's the thing. And Rex is saying, "Look at that dude's chin."
Oh, it's very Batman-esque. All right, now Leia slips into the weapons factory cafeteria, and she sidles up to an older man with a very long white goatee. And Leia says, "Arn Horada, I'm from your..." Oh, yeah, you read this. You're Leia.
Oh, okay. Leia says, "Arn Horada, I'm from your past. When you traveled from here to Alderaan to instruct a little girl in galactic history, Princess Leia Organa."
All right, there is no Fatum Fast Fact here for Arn Horada, which is disappointing.
I'm so surprised he didn't show up in, like, the Leia novel.
I am shocked that he didn't turn up in future Star Wars comics.
Yeah,
She's planting the seeds here. What? Where is this guy? This guy should have his own sub-stories.
He should. Oh.
Maybe change his name, because now I want her Horchata.
Well, Arn thinks this woman is trying to get him in trouble, since he knows that none of the royal house of Alderaan survived. But Leia says, "They lied to you. I'm here to tell you the truth."
All right, just then Baron Tag appears behind them with an ignited orange lightsaber. Oh, all right, that is my next cosplay outfit.
Yes. Can we talk about this?
Oh, please.
Look at this.
this red spandex, blue cape.
He's got this wide blue belt. It almost looks a bit Doctor Strange-esque, only the colors are reversed,
Mhm.
right? So instead of a red cape, he's got this blue cape. And then, of course, he's got the awesome 80s, like, 3D glasses things going on.
Those are cyber goggles.
Oh my gosh, it's amazing. And so let me just say that you and I were on the same wavelength when we saw this panel, because there's Baron Tag pointing his yellow, I didn't think it was a lightsaber, but I guess it is, a lightsaber at Princess Leia, who's in her funky, worker bee outfit with, that's all white spandex with the goggle thing.
Yeah, and a shower cap.
And how fun would that be if I did that and you did Baron Tag? Like, it'd be crazy cosplay. Like,
and I'd be, other than Rex Gordon or Chris Alexander, who else would recognize us?
I'm not sure. I think we'd have to take a page, this page, like, with us at all times.
Just like I had to do with the too much makeup Luke.
Yeah.
And then I need the Dracula hairdo with the widow's peak and a goatee.
Yeah, you gotta make your hair dark.
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about hair.
No.
I just have to, like, completely contour my face so my cheekbones are even higher and make my lips wider than they are.
I can see this happening.
The arched eyebrows. That's big.
Yeah. And the Madonna brow. And the Madonna bra.
Oh, yeah.
All right, now, why is Tag there? How did he show up all of a sudden? Well, he knew that Leia would be contacting Arn while she was there. Now, this is pretty brilliant, if you don't mind me saying, because earlier, Tag got a voice match from a security recording, then checked out all of the workers to see which one Leia has had a previous connection with.
Right. I thought that was pretty
and connected
fantastic.
That with Arn.
Why not?
That is some good writing there.
I agree.
All right, just then, Tag tells her that he is going to deliver her to the Emperor. But Leia throws her lunch tray at him, getting the pink goo food paste in his cyber vision goggles. He then screams, "You'll visit the Emperor as a corpse." So when we're cosplaying as these two, you just throw food trays at me, okay?
Lunch tray. Okay. Yeah. Can I also bring a frying pan? Because this reminds me of Rapunzel and her frying pan. And Leia's using her lunch tray. Hey, we gotta be, what is that called? Creative.
There you go. Yeah, you need those little scenarios to really sell it.
I love it.
Now, Tag screams at all the workers to catch the enemy. But the workers respond by saying, wait a minute. The information broadcasts we've been getting tell us that the Emperor has no enemies. Remember, they have no knowledge of the existence of the rebellion down here.
No, they only know what the Emperor has told them.
And that the Empire, they are the commanding force, and there's no one opposing them. So if there's no one opposing them, things must be okay.
Right, no rebellion.
Yeah, so these workers, like, oh, what are you guys talking about? Enemies? We don't even know that word. All right, now, we cut to Princess Leia thanking a little girl. This is the same little girl who was planting seeds in the beginning, Tammy. And she says that she was very brave to help her. Now, I think our digital copy is missing some pages. What did Tammy do?
So, okay, if you look at the previous page in this comic, you see... Oh, no. Okay, never mind. If you look at this page in the comic, you see right here, as Baron Tag is running away, you see Tammy, who is, like, hugging a woman, right?
Yeah.
And so Leia obviously put on her helmet real fast, and the little kid, like, hugged her so that she would kind of be invisible because she's dressed like all the other people. That's what I got from that panel.
I don't see that whatsoever.
Oh, okay. Well, that's...
And that woman she's hugging, that's Leia. So I don't think she's shielding Leia.
She is. It's like Indiana Jones.
Yeah, right. And all the kids come in and save Indy from
like
Belloc.
That, but it was more subtle because at one point... Now, I don't know where in the previous page where Leia left. I don't know what happened. Oh, so what she does is she uses the lunch tray to hide his eyes so Baron Tag can't see what's happening, right? And then he falls. And so at that point, instead of, like, running away, she just went and hid as one of the workers and had Tammy help conceal her, I suppose.
If that's what you're seeing out of this,
that's
okay. I'll run with that.
Yeah, the kid covers her face. That's what Rex is saying. Yeah. So that I mean, that's the only explanation from that one panel. And can I just say that these comic book artists are not used to drawing children?
No, no, that's not a child at all.
It's very scary.
I'm not sure what that is.
They just can't do eyebrows right, and
Or faces.
or face.
All right, you know what?
Or jowls. Kids don't have jowls.
No, they don't. All right, so I'll go along with that explanation and that story.
Yeah, just
tangent.
Think Indiana Jones. There you go.
Okay, all right. Now reading on, I see this exchange here, and Tammy asks Leia. Now reading on, I see why this exchange is here, because Tammy asks if Leia is scared of the pursuing stormtroopers, and Leia says,
"Sometimes when you believe in something enough, you do it anyway."
Roll credits.
Well, no, then Tammy responds, "Even if everyone else says you can't, that it's impossible."
Roll credits.
"Especially then," says Leia.
Now roll credits.
There's your message, kids.
That's the whole point of this issue.
Yes.
Don't let anyone tell you can't do something.
Exactly. It really makes me think, having just watched some trailers and some footage from Captain America Civil War to prepare for Falcon and the Winter Soldier, it makes me think of Sharon Carter when she is doing the eulogy speech for Agent Carter, her
Peggy.
aunt. Yeah, Peggy Carter, and Captain America's right there, and in her speech, Sharon says, if everyone in the world is telling you to move, it's your duty to stand like a tree and not move, basically. So similar.
Oh, I see that.
Yeah, similar. All that. You must stand your ground, basically. Be the hero.
All right, now back at the control center, Baron Tagg and Governor Corwith are pointing fingers at each other and blaming each other that Leia escaped. And Tagg just says in the end, "Let's keep this quiet, huh? There's no reason for anyone, including the Emperor, to hear about this." Very much like Pulp Fiction. Ain't no one gonna know about this? Let's not tell Wallace anything about this. Let's just leave it as is. What they don't know won't hurt them. Then Tagg turns and swishes his big blue cape and leaves.
Nice.
Very Batman-esque.
You want to cosplay that, don't you?
Yes, I do. All right, now cut to Leia's ship blasting off into hyperspace, and the rebel pilot says that it's too bad that Tagg ruined the mission and that she couldn't talk with her old professor.
The Arn, right?
Arn Harada.
Yes, exactly. But Leia responds, "I believe the important part of the mission was accomplished."
Now, Harada sees that there's a rebellion out there, and he can start a resistance movement and crumble the Empire from within. Now, Harada sees that there's a rebellion out there, and he can start a resistance movement and crumple the Empire from the inside. And above all, give him and everyone else hope.
Now, this is the button on the issue, this next page.
The epilogue?
Yes. So we cut back to the weapons factory, and Tammy, the little girl, sneaks away and covertly plants her seeds. Because in the beginning, and I don't think we explained this enough, but I know her mom was telling her not to plant the seeds, like, don't do it, and then all the stormtroopers were shooing Tammy away, and so that's why she had asked Leia, Tammy had this brilliant idea, hey, there's soil here, who's to say stuff won't grow here? I'm going to experiment, as a little kid does. She doesn't care what people say, she just wants to do it, until the stormtroopers shooed her away, but Leia has given her that seed of hope to plant her own seeds of hope. Bam.
The end.
I love it.
Next issue, Return to Tatooine.
All right.
Oh, can't wait for that one.
Yeah.
All right, so, Sarah, what are your last thoughts now?
Yes. Okay.
All right, Sarah, so what are your thoughts now after going over this issue?
So, yes, I love this issue, and I think, as we said at the beginning, it should be called Planting the Seeds of Hope, but I do like the princess call out. So I don't know, but I really liked this issue. It was simple. It was colorful. Leia is symbolically in white the whole time, and all the workers that she's trying to give hope to are also in white. I guess the stormtroopers are also in white, but I did like the location design. The costume design of Tag was excellent.
Oh my goodness, him and Crimson Jack.
Yes, and yeah, so I really like it. It's symbolic in a lot of ways, including that the set design, the production design, the costume design, and also the story. So I think it all worked well to form a really nicely cohesive issue when a lot of these Marvel issues tend to be a little all over the place. So I appreciate.
Now, this is a very fast-moving issue, and I, you know how I always say I don't like it when they spend 2 or 3 pages explaining where we are in the story.
Yes.
I think we could have used that in this issue.
Oh, wow.
Because did you recall where this story picks up at the end of issues 25 and 26? When Leia was on Yavin and she's going a little stir crazy.
I kind of did, just because I do remember Leia's storyline, because she's the only woman who has any significant story. So yes, I did remember that.
All right, but I still think that they should have given us a little bit of that background, just so we know where this comes from.
Okay.
All right, now I also didn't. All right, now I didn't feel there was any wasted panels or any wasted time going over these past issues, for better or for worse.
Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah. Now, I'm not sure how Leia knew her teacher was in the weapons factory. There's nothing there to... I think it's one of those leap of faith kind of a thing.
Chalk it up to the fact that she did her research. I don't know. That's what I think.
Yeah, a little artistic license there. And the storyline with her professor and Tammy, once planting those seeds, now that we went over this issue, I'm very, very excited to see that this has potential to really go off into its own story arcs. Mm-hmm. And once again, I'm really hoping that I'm excited. I'm excited about these characters. I'm excited to see where this goes. So this has left me with excitement.
Now, will it go somewhere?
I don't know.
We'll find out.
I don't know.
Okay. Well, now, Skywalkers, we've got through the whole issue, so this is where we get to the fun part, where we say our favorites and maybe our not-so-favorites. So, what is our favorite line of dialogue, Richard?
This comes on page 11 when Corwith screams, "Find that rebel witch!"
My gosh.
It just works on so many different levels. Maybe it's just because we just watched WandaVision.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe it was Leia all along and not Agatha.
Okay, but I do have to say that was the panel as well where I laughed out loud when he said that. But you have to say his whole line. So here it is. Find her. If it takes every stormtrooper on Metalorn, find that rebel witch!
All right, I just wanted to focus on the rebel witch part.
Yes, but it leads up to it. You got to get the ramp up. I love it. So I would find a different line than you, but that's clearly the best one within this comic.
Okay.
But so I have a runner-up though.
Oh, are we doing this?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a runner-up.
Okay.
Okay. So let's see. There was that unexpected teachable moment in the comic. So Leia speaking with Tammy, Tammy says, "Aren't you scared with stormtroopers and everybody chasing you?" And Leia says, "Very. But sometimes when you believe in something enough, you do it anyway." And I just thought that was really cool, this teachable moment.
Didn't they steal this scene from Moana? I think they did. With her and Maui.
Oh, I think so. Okay. All right, well, now we get to go to our favorite panel. So, Richard, what is your favorite panel?
I love this panel where Leia is blasting the trooper with a badow, and the force of the blast shatters his armor, and the space around them is all in black, so you just focus on the action.
Oh, right here in this middle of the page.
Yeah, if one watching right now, it's this one right here, right in the middle of the page. That's just a great composition. Yeah, it's great composition. Once again, it's all surrounded by black with the orange and purple explosion coming off the stormtrooper, and Leia's pose.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just works. And the little bits of the armor that flying off the trooper's chest.
So you like the contrast.
Yes.
Very nice contrast. Well, I happen to like the next page, and that would be the panel where Leia is jumping 2 stories down into the purple ore container right here. Actually, this whole page is very beautiful. It's got lots of purple and orange and pink in it, and aqua, all those great colors. But Leia is jumping off the 2-story balcony and firing her blaster at the same time, and she's just in a very, what is that called when it's movement? It's a movement pose. It's like a pose full of movement. I can't think of the name, but
animated?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, so and she's jumping. It's just really a really cool panel. I like it a lot, especially for the colors.
This just in.
Oh, yes.
Kevin Toft said, Rich, I got you covered on this whole Pulp Fiction thing. And this, this is when John Travolta and Uma Thurman are driving back after she OD'd, after Uma Thurman OD'd.
Okay.
And they're both saying, you know what, if Wallace finds out about this, we're both in trouble. So maybe let's just keep this quiet. And then Kevin Toft had, oh, there we go. Kevin Toft had photoshopped Leia over Uma Thurman.
Nice.
Oh, thank you. See, people get my references. As obscure and ridiculous as they are, some people get them.
I get most of them. That's awesome.
Thank you, Kevin.
That's amazing. Oh. All right. Well, do we have a most non-Star Wars moment or line of dialogue in this issue?
Yeah, I'm going to say Baron Tag with an orange lightsaber. Now, at this point, they're giving everyone lightsabers, whereas now it's just for the Jedi. You throw in a General Grievous here, but that's it. Back then, they would give anyone and everyone a lightsaber.
Okay.
And just, so back then it works. Now it stands out as, hey, why does this guy have a lightsaber? Why is it orange?
Okay. I like that. All right. So my most non-Star Wars moment would have to be this first page where Leia is revealed in her worker bee outfit and how she's standing there in that come hither pose.
In a very non-Leia pose.
Yes, and because of that pose, you know she's saying it
very seductively,
yes.
Very sultry.
Yes, it's kind of like that issue, the previous issue where she was talking with General Dodonna and she was like kissing him on the head and stuff. Like, what was up with that?
Yeah.
So like Leia, this is not Leia's character to be flirty. Like, she doesn't do that. So unless it's Han Solo.
She may kiss.
Yeah.
Willy-nilly. She kissed Luke a couple of times.
That's true.
But she never flirted with him.
No, she's very matter of fact when it comes to things. So yeah, I just can't hang with that. All right. Wow. Well, that was super fun.
All right, now, unfortunately, there is no Star Wars letter column in this issue.
Oh no.
Yeah, so we'll have to hope that there's one for the next issue.
Okay, man.
I love reading these comments.
Oh yeah, I really wanted to
predictions.
Look up that person's address. That's my favorite part.
That's mine too, because I know at one point we're gonna find someone who we reach out to and say, "Hey, did you write into classic Marvel Star Wars comics back in 1979?"
Yeah.
I just want to be there to see the look in that person's face.
So
how did you track me down?
I know.
Well, you put your address.
Well, I'm
for everyone to
surprised they
see.
print their addresses. That's like crazy to me.
Oh, you would never see that now.
No.
So, everyone, I'm so sorry there is no Star Wars letter to read in this issue.
All right, but once again, Skywalkers, if you want to see the pages that we're talking about, make sure to head to our YouTube channel or twitch.tv/skywalkingpod and look for those live streams where we display the issue as we talk about it. And then also, I was going to say something else. Oh, and also you can find these issues on Marvel Unlimited, which is the app that we use to read them, or that I use it, because I don't have a pristine copy from 1979 I have to use the Marvel Unlimited because Richard won't let me borrow his copy. I don't know why.
You know why, because you'll lose it.
I know.
And I started an article series breaking down all of the Hostess Marvel crossover ads, beginning with the Star Wars adaptation #1. So these are all the crossover ads that appear just in the Star Wars comics.
How fun! And that's at skywalkingnetwork.com.
Well, thanks everyone for joining us on Classic Marvel Star Wars Comics, where we just went through Star Wars #30, A Princess Stands Alone. So we'll see everyone back for issue 31, Return to Tatooine.
Thanks to Rob Dellinger for our main podcast theme. You can check out Rob at alpharhythmkings.com.
Now, please check out all the other shows on the Skywalking Network,
Skynet,
like Talking Apes,
Neverland Clubhouse,
the Max Effects Podcast,
Totally Tell Me Everything,
and Resilience Squadron. And you can find them all at skywalkingthroughneverland.com.
If you are part of the Skywalking Force, our Patreon, well, we have lots of fun things from Marvel there right now as bonus content. We recorded all of our fun Zoom chats on each episode of WandaVision and are doing the same for Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And all those go up each week for the Skywalking Force as bonus content. So head to skywalkingforce.com, check out all of the different levels available, and thank you to those of you who are already part of the Skywalking Force.
We love you. Now, on social media, you can get a hold of us at SkywalkingPod on Twitter,
on Instagram, and on twitch.tv.
Mm-hmm.
We also have our Facebook group, so you can search Facebook for Skywalking Through Neverland group and request to join. Also, incidentally, on Instagram at SkywalkingPod, we do have a giveaway going on right now for a digital code of Soul. And there's a lot of cool bonus features and content on there, so I would suggest you go to Instagram and just enter.
And another giveaway, we are giving away 3 high-end collectibles courtesy of Collector's Own.
Yes.
So go to our video on YouTube and check out all of our posts to find out how to enter and win a Star Wars collectible, a Disney collectible, and a Marvel collectible.
3 items, 3 winners, and yeah, go to YouTube first to check that out. That's the video, and there's also a link at skywalkingthroughneverland.com.
And thanks once again to Marcos over there at Collector's Own. All right, Skywalkers, now make sure to stay with us as we go through some unnecessary conversations and some bloopers. We'll tag them on at the end of this episode here, okay?
Love it.
Now, for classic Marvel Star Wars comics, this is Richard.
And this is Sarah saying...
Fatum!
But, hey, I was going to say that.
Fadow!
Forp.
Forp.
Yay.
And also, meanwhile...
Nice. Aw, oh, we got a new subscriber. Wow. Thank you, Wendy. Excellent. Ooh.
Thank you.
Wendy, make sure you check out the video for what is that called? And subscribe or comment on the giveaway video so that you can be entered. Thank you, Wendy.
Yeah, we are now only 59 subscribers away from giving away these big prizes.
Right, because we can't give them away until we hit 5,000 on YouTube. So do it.
Need 59 more.
Make sure you share with your friends, you guys, because we can only draw the winners when we hit that 5,000. Okay.
All right, Skywalkers, we're going to wrap it up here, and then we're going to record the next Skywalking episode in just a few hours.
At 5 p.m. Pacific today. So make sure you, stay in contact. We're going to do that.
All right.
All right.
And we're going to answer all your questions.
Yeah.